Hello. Hello. Good afternoon. Mayroon akong gustong iparating sa ating kababayan, ito ay isang post ng ating advisor ng Filipino Guerrilla Forces na kung saan ay mga kataga na malaking epekto o sitwasyon sa ating bansa o lalo na sa ating ekonomiya. Gusto ko i-share sa inyo by way of reading para hindi na kayo magbasa, ako na lang magbabasa. Ito ay galing kay General Felizardo Simoy na kung saan advisor ng Filipino Guerrilla Forces. Ito yung kataga niya. From a friend in a real field commander, deep trust and the Philippine tipping point. What the numbers are not just telling us, they are warning us. So, mga warning para sa atin to. Opinion by Rob Rances. There comes a moment in every nation, like when numbers stop being just numbers, when they start to tell a different story. And if we are paying attention, the story the numbers are telling us today in this, the Philippines is heading toward a reckoning. In just 32 months, or almost 3 years, the Marcos Romualdez administration has borrowed 4.64 trillion, staggering amount by any standard. But what makes this truly alarming is not just the scale and it's the lack of visible progress and return. No massive infrastructure boom, no nationwide job surge, no widespread economic relief. So, wala talaga. Wala kang makitang project. Wala kang makitang project anuman. Walang mga offering of job, walang ekonomiya na gumagalaw. Unlike sa panahon ni Pangulong Duterte, may utang pero maraming project. Bawat sulok ng Pilipinas may makita kang project at may pandemic. Now, ano ang pandemic ngayon? Ang pandemic ngayon, political pandemic, man-made pandemic. Walang project, walang pandemic. Yung Pangulong Duterte may pandemic. Paano kung walang pandemic dumaan? So sobra-sobra ang ating pera, sobra-sobra. Hindi natin siya kinakampihan, pero yung totoo lang naman tayo. Sa totoo lang tayo mga kaibigan, Sa totoo lang tayo. Okay. And yet, every single day, we are now paying almost 1.9 billion just in interest. Sa isang araw lang yun, That's money not going to classroom, hospital, or relief centers. That's money Filipino are paying but not benefiting from. So, matindi talaga ang patama ng sulat na ito, This is not just fiscal imbalance. This is a breakdown of social contract. And if we're not careful, it could become a total collapse of confidence that no PR campaign can patch. Hindi makukuha, Number 1, borrowing without building, the unsustainable equation. Deep is not automatically bad. Renews it will. It can be a tool for growth, helping a country build roads, create jobs, and invest in the future. But when borrowing outpaces production and when money is used to plug political holes instead of spark economic momentum, you enter in danger zone. I think that's that we are right now. Okay. So, matindi, no? Okay. It's like a family taking out massive loans and then spending them on optics, renovating the facade while ignoring the leaking roof on an unpaid tuition. Where are the returns? Where are the farms revitalized, the ports modernized, and the lives improved? Right now, what most Filipinos feel is not progress in pressure. The debacle deficit when trust falls alongside the treasury, where the truth no one in power wants to say out loud. You cannot escape borrowing when the people no longer believe in you. Markets run on math, but economics, they run on trust. Right now, the government is not just borrowing from foreign lenders, it is borrowing from patient, our hope, our future. But you cannot borrow belief. You have to earn it, and you keep losing it. No amount of international roadshows or televised address can bring it back. Matindi ito para patama talaga, no? The danger, hindi lang patama ito, at ito ang nangyayari sa ating bansa. The dangers of choosing optics over reform. When the numbers do not match the progress in governments, often turn to something else. Perception management, but as any investor knows, you can only fake strength for so long. The Philippines sold 29.4 tons of gold reserve in 2024. Sana yon. The biggest in the world. Oh, the biggest in the world, ano? World. Our dollar reserves have dropped to $103 billion. The lowest in 9 months. Even the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas is sounding the alarm. Alarming, ano? These are not interest rumors. These are data. Data points, data points. Hindi rumors lang ito, hindi lang marites. And the point to a government holding the wheel while the ship is slowly tilting. Number 4, who's paying for all this us? All this us. Tayo nagbabayad nito. Let's be honest, it's not the rich or the powerful who will feel the weight of this debt. It is the rest of us. Lahat tayo. We already are. Higher taxes, like the proposed capital gains hike, soaring prices at the market and gas station, weaker peso that makes everything important more expensive. Fewer services because the government is paying interest instead of investing in people. So, binabasa ko na lang para makinig na lang kayo, no? So, sa nangyayari sa ating bansa, no? When you hear 6.64 trillion, do not let it sound abstract. That's your child tuition, your local health center, your grandmother's medicines, that your future being used to pay for someone else. Recklessness. Number 5. Borrowing without mandate. History warning. look around the world. Sri Lanka, Greece, in Argentina, what do they all have in common? Massive debt accumulation for public services, leaders who did not listen when they should have a corrected course. The Philippines is now ticking all three boxes. Okay? Pasok na pasok ang Pilipinas doon sa binasa ko kanina. Babasahin natin uli na parang ganito ang nangyari sa ating bansa. Massive debt accumulation for public services, in leaders who did not listen when they should have corrected course. O, yung ating Pangulo, kasi bangag, hindi nakikinig. Ang kanyang pinapakinggan lang, yung kanyang nakakulong ngayon sa ibang bansa, nakadetini. Hanggang ngayon, yung pa rin pinapakinggan niya. Nagtitext, darling, ano bang gagawin natin dito? Naku, naloko na. Naloko na ang bansang Pilipinas. And like Ray Dalio, the author of Principle of Dealing with the Changing World Order, Why Nations Succeed and Fail, always warned, government does not pull just because they run out of money. O, hindi daw bumabak dahil sa pera. They pull when they run out of people willing to believe in them. Ayun na. Hindi pala pera dahil ang pagbagsak ng Pilipinas, kundi katangahan o kabangagan. Number 6, the numbers are not just loud and they are prophetic. This is not just because economic policy, this is about moral clarity. Moral. Makoy, bangag ka, kaya wala ka daw moral. This is about moral clarity. Ayaw mo kasi magpa-drug test eh. When a government borrows in the people's name, the people deserve to sit it worth them. Not for re-election, not for elite contracts, not for image building. Ano yun? But, ito yung ano. But the classroom, the clinics, the hungry, the jobless, and the next generation. Yan yung problema ngayon. The next generation. Kawawa ang ating mga apo. Kung hindi tayo kikilos ngayon, kailan pa at sino ang kikilos? Filipino Guerrilla Forces, wake up. Magparami lang muna tayo kasi hindi pa pwede tayong kumilos. Magparami. Huwag tayong sumaway sa mga nag-aalborotong bulkan. Hayaan niyo lang muna mag-alboroto. Sila lang muna mag-alboroto kasi wala pa tayo sa panahon. Pero ang atin, ang binabasehan natin, taong bayan. Mahalin natin ang taong bayan, mahalin natin ang Filipino Guerrilla Forces, ang ating watawat, at watawat ng Filipino Guerrilla Forces, hindi sa tao. Kasi bukas ang tao, baka mawala. So dapat ang mahalin natin, Filipino Guerrilla Forces. Para yung, ako na sa Pilipino. Hindi. Nanumpa ka eh. So, kaya bago kayo manumpa, ay talagang panindigan nyo mga kaibigan. Okay, because of keep borrowing more than we are producing. Reforming, spending more than we are reforming, and trusting less than we are believing. Okay? Then the future will write the ending we refuse to face. We did not just lose money, we lose faith, and that is a currency no action can afford to devalue. Okay, the author. Ito yung author kung talagang kapaniwala yung sinasabi ng ating author, na si Rob Frances. Tingnan natin kung kapaniwala yung mga sinasabi niya. Tingnan natin ang background niya para paniwalaan natin ang lahat ng kanyang mga katagang iniwan dito. About the author, Rob Frances is Asia first master sa Asia. Yung first master ibig sabihin magaling na ito, master eh. First master neuroplastician and the Philippines foremost authority in a brain capital. Okay, talagang mabigat A leadership Strategist, okay, magaling na leader, no? Strategist. Civic thinker, mapagkuhan siya sa civic, yung mga nangyayari sa kapaligiran natin. Katulad natin, we are civic thinker. Kaya lang hindi tayo master. Kumbaga nasa average lang tayo on civic thinker. Me, I consider myself as civic thinker, pero average lang. Scientist, hindi ka dito scientist, ibig sabihin lahat ng nangyayari sa kalibutan is pag pinag-usapan ng scientist, based in accordance to. And a writer, he is the founder of OTSLab, a consulting firm in integrating neuroscience, innovation, foresight to help leaders, organization, and nation thrive. His work championed the advancement of human potential, good governance, and future-ready Philippines built on trust, resilience, competitiveness, and accountability. So, ito yun, ang ating nagsulat. So, ibig sabihin, yung nagsulat, hindi yan katang-isip niya. Kumbaga, based on the science, talagang may basihan, ano? Okay, mayroong papahabol siya. Disclaimer. This article is an independent opinion. Independent opinion niya ito, ha? Kumbaga, neutral. In analytical commentary informed by public available data, historical, economic, available data, yung mga pinagkukunan niyang data, framework, and comparative global research, particularly inspired by the macroeconomic insight of Ray Dalio. It is intended to foster informed and dialogue critical thinking, civic awareness on issues of national economic governance. It does not intend to defame, incite hostility on or assign guilt to any individual or institution. Readers are encouraged to verify facts independently and participate in discussion with respect, discrimination, and shared commitment to national accountability and progress. Ibig sabihin, accountability, kaya niya panindigan lahat ang kanyang mga sinabi and responsibility. So, mga kaibigan, ito yung opinion natin na nangyari sa ating bansa. So, yung opinion na yan ay may basihan. Kumuha sa mga data na nakukuha niya either sa news or sa loob mismo sa mga kung saan niya nakukuha sa loob ng gobyerno. Kaya may basihan yung kanyang opinion. Opinion can be considered na may katotohanan because yung kanyang background hindi biro, ano? Hindi biro yung mga ganong biro, mga ganong opinion. So, wake up, Filipino. Wake up, Filipino, guerrilla forces. Maraming salamat. Salute you all, Filipino.